Hello. I'm doing a voiceover of a couple matches that I had. Well, I actually cut out the first two matches because I did terribly. I was actually playing sniper for a bit. I have no idea why I was playing scout like an offensive class there. It was quite goofy. But, I just got on, for a little bit. Double check wasn't on yet, so it's a little solo gameplay. Playing spy here for the first bit. I haven't done voiceovers yet, so I don't know if this is going to be interesting at all, but this is just kind of my thoughts on some of the gameplay I have, maybe the current state of TF2 bots, which I was running into a lot earlier. It sucked. Like, I was playing Control Points for the first time on PC in years. The reason why I specified on PC is because I've played Xbox 360 Team Fortress 2 quite a bit since I mod the game. Extremely niche and weird community. Oh, yeah, look at that. Speak of the devil. Bots. Yeah, I ran into quite a few while I was playing Spy. I later played Soldier and, no more of those. Didn't see any bots, or at least not many. Wasn't really affected by them, but, when I play Scout, apparently they like to show up and do their bot thing. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I haven't been running into too many bots as of late. And Payload. Definitely the other game modes, though. I just think it's the player to bot ratio is so different. There's so many people that play Payload, and less people that play things like Control Points, King of the Hill, Attack and Defend. And that's like probably the reason why whenever you play less known maps, I guess, or less enjoyed maps, versus something like 2 Fort, because you'll still see bots in 2 Fort, but there's way more players than the bots. But if you join like less played maps, you'll tend to run into bots more often. So you're kind of locked to a lot of the like popular maps, unfortunately. So I've been playing a lot of the same ones, like Upward as of late, Badwater a lot, Borneo, Snowy Coast, those kinds of maps. A lot of people like those. I like them too. They're great fun. It's just, playing a lot of the same things over and over can be a little tiring, but yeah, I'm going to get some nice picks here. Just very simple, easy spy kills. Nothing crazy, no trick stabs, nothing. Just playing it safe and slow. But, yeah. I'm gonna get attacked by this soldier here, and I can't tell if it's because he had to reload. I think it's actually because I just didn't react to him firing at me, that he decided that I was probably on his team. But, even though I get away with it somehow, I just, I catch the grenade. It's kind of a specialty of mine. It's actually one of my hobbies. I'm really good at it, just random grenade blobs. And yeah, this round doesn't go very well for me. Spy is such an on and off class for me. Like, either I'll do super well, or, I'll do some really goofy shit. And, you're about to see that in a second here. Like, when I say goofy shit, I mean goofy. Yeah, I thought I sapped that sentry. That's why I turned around. But it pushed me out just barely after I left clicked. And I didn't get the sap and died, as you see. That is really the spy experience. You do really silly stuff like that, and then you'll get those lives here and there where you just do so well. You get like nice train stabs, sap some buildings, and then you die and repeat the process where you just have terrible lives. Unfortunately, that scout was able to track me. He has He used object permanence, which is not something you find too often in casual players, but when you do, it's special. Yeah, that's how you juke a soldier. Yeah, when you're playing Spy, you want to think how the other person that's attacking you is thinking. That soldier saw me go invisible, so he's like, okay, either he's going to run towards the health pack, or he's just going to run outside to get away from me, which is what a smarter Spy would probably do, is instead of going for the health pack and trapping yourself, you run away from the danger. But an even better thing to do in a lot of those cases where you're playing against a player that, you know, understands Spy movement like that, you just don't really move. You know, I kind of stayed in a spot where he had already fired at, so he assumed I'd be running out that door, and instead, you know, I just sat there for a moment, waited for him to shoot at it, and then I ran through. But yeah, they're gonna get this cap, unfortunately, but expected. I mean, they're here with 7 minutes left. It's kind of crazy. But that was not a great match for me. But this next round, I do much better. Or next match, I guess. Lots of ups and downs for me, but, you know, when I play like Soldier and Sniper, I tend to do a lot better. More consistently, that is. Since Spy is so inconsistent. Unfortunately, our team was affected by bots a lot more, since their team was getting the majority of them. And that's just kind of the state of TF2 at the moment. Bots are just a problem you have to deal with. Everybody does. But, I mean, Counter-Strike, unfortunately, is under a similar problem, but more with just, in general, cheaters. They're not actually bots, the way TF2 has. But I mean, like, Global Offensive also had such a big problem with cheaters. Counter-Strike in general has had just like so many problems. You find a lot less individual cheaters in TF2 than you do in games like Counter-Strike. I used to really enjoy Counter-Strike. I played quite a lot of it, and it's just over the years I've grown less fond of it because of all the big cheater problems. Like, I actually think, like, dealing with human cheaters is worse than dealing with just bots in TF2. I find it, like, a lot easier to just ignore, I guess. I'm not sure if it's, like, just me being annoyed with actually, like, fighting real people that are actively using cheats, or just someone that probably, you know, is just going through maybe mental issues or something, where they're hosting bots and whatnot, and, you know, they justify that however they do. But then you also have the people that are actively cheating against players. I'm not sure what I just did there. I'm having terrible class switching, trying to help this NG put up his buildings. My mind's not moving super quickly right now. My brain is quite dull at the moment. Even while I was playing with this, I actually did live commentary for this whole video, but unfortunately OBS had super choppy audio, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover instead. But just in general, something I've noticed about myself is when I'm like talking, even if it's like just Discord VC or live commentary, I tend to do considerably worse than normal. I normally do, I mean. Because I'm so focused on talking, and it relaxes me because, I mean, it's just, I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm not really focused on it. I'm talking, you know? So I don't do very well with very, like, precise things like sniper. It's very, like, you need a lot of attention to play sniper, and your hand-eye coordination needs to be very on point, which is why I end up switching to soldier in a little bit, where I actually do very, very well. I'm usually a great sniper. Like, I am definitely, like, top scorer in, like, at least 90% of my games when I play sniper. That is assuming I'm not, like, talking in VC or, I guess, doing live commentary, though this was my first time doing live commentary, so I'm not sure if that's really the case or if it's just because I was tired when I recorded this like an hour ago. But yeah, I mean, I still have fun. I enjoy myself a lot more when I'm talking and, you know, in VC with my friends playing this game. I just do worse. It's the downside. But it's fine. I still usually do just fine. I'm saying fine a lot, but so what? I can do it. It's my video. I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm of course gonna play it safely, or so I wanted to. Instead, I'm actually gonna keep peeking the sniper sight lines, very unnecessarily. Somehow get that kill on the heavy with only 38 damage, but I'll take it. The spies go kind of crazy in this match on their team, but I'm luckily not really affected by them. They're just giving me 3 points, but that's because I spy check constantly. Like, I'm always spy checking. It's not because I really get destroyed by spies often, it's just, it's become second nature, really. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Just keep peeking the sniper lines like that. That is not very smart, especially playing as a soldier. But yeah, I'm gonna stop playing it carefully here and overextend and die because of it. That was not a smart decision at all. I had no reason to push up there. My team wasn't pushing with me. So if you ever notice yourself overextending and or if you ever notice yourself dying very often playing an offensive class, a lot of the time it's because you're overextending and you don't have your team with you. So when you're playing defense like this, just stick in the spot that you've been living in with the rest of your team. One of the reasons I go in here is because I saw the medic and I didn't want them, like, that's probably their best chance to push the cart here is going in with that medic. So if I could get behind them and take them out, that would be probably the best decision. I got really lucky with that random crit killing that heavy. I'm so glad I got that. That is truly a rare high moment, which is, by the way, a quote from one of the devs while they were making this game, why they added random crits. But there are snipers on my left that I'm going to peek for some reason and get myself killed. I have a problem. I just can't stop peeking snipers for no reason when I have absolutely no real means of killing them. You know, rockets travel quite slow and it's not like a direct hit or Liberty launcher, so just shooting with a normal rocket launcher is so goofy. But I do it anyways, of course, because why not? That heavy was very, very focused on that sentry, so he went flying off, of course. Glad he did. He probably could have killed me quite easily if he, you know, looked at me while he was firing, but fortunately he didn't. Again, over here I'm overextending, but I do get this heavy kill, which is great. But I probably could have done a lot more damage overall if I just stayed back. Lady Luck is on my side and I get auto-balanced. And if I wasn't auto balanced, I probably this team would have lost. Like it was pretty bad. But yeah, I ended up doing quite well. I'm happy with how this game ended. More bots in the game. And just, they're so annoying. I mean, I don't really get mad at them, like, in the middle of the game, but it's like, it's more just like a, really? Okay. You just have to move on from it. They're frustrating, sure, but all you can do is kick them and wait. Here the enemies just love dropping in front of me. Just free kills. Give me those points. Fortunately, the medic stopped healing me for some reason, but I wanted to take out the sentry, but for some reason I love hitting that wall. You know, it just attracts my rockets. See if I can get it. No. Yeah, maybe. Really thought that spy was an enemy. It was weird he backed up like that, but so be it. Get the important sentry pick. That helps our team move in along with the spy sap. That's probably like really the biggest point that allowed us to push and capture, which we barely do. Like it was so close to failing on this match. Luckily for our team, I got auto balanced. I seriously don't think we would have pushed without like that happening, but it is what it is. I'm fine winning as long as, or winning on blue or red as long as I'm winning. Fortunately, the demo man is clueless to what's happening above him. I get pushed in and almost died to the heavy, but he also runs as well. Got lucky with that. Now that the timer is so low, I'm starting to, you know, panic a little bit. I'm like, I actually have to, you know, jump in and get this cart, otherwise we're about to lose. And so luckily the spy gets the heavy pick over there, and I'm able to push the engineer off the cart and get it. Thing about payload is, you know, if you don't start like rolling the enemy team, you're most likely gonna lose. You really only have the first or second point to start rolling, and after that, if you're not able to get consistent points, you're very likely to lose, especially on last. Usually, even if your team does start rolling, you get to last point just takes forever. Especially on maps like Upward and Badwater. Last point takes so long to take. Really, if you're on red team on this map and you have like 3 NGs and they're placing decent sentry spots, it's so hard for blue team to win. Unless you get like a coordinated Uber push with a direct hit and a spy or something similar. Especially in casual, it's just a lot of people don't really use teamwork. A lot of people play as individuals more often, or just as groups. And that's whenever you see teams fail, but it's those occasional teams you get on where there's just good teamwork. You know, maybe you'll have a medic that has a mic and isn't an asshole. I'm sure a lot of experienced players have noticed, but, you know, medics that have mics that are really good at the game also tend to be assholes. And understandably so, you know. It's a lot of the time their team is, you know, not able to keep up. But I mean, you're playing casual mode. I mean, come on, it's not competitive. take it way too seriously. That's something that TF2 was not meant for, is taking the game too seriously. Lots of toxic medic mains out there. I ran into a Twitch streamer like a week ago or so, from Barn Blitz. Medic main had like, you know, super expensive items, an unusual blighted beak, which if you're not in the trading scene, those are, you know, many hundreds of dollars, if not over 1,000. He had a very expensive one. Collector's items as well, those are considerably expensive. And he was a great medic player, but he was so toxic and rude to our team. Like, he was yelling practically at, you know, like some low-level new player soldiers, you know, because they weren't doing everything exactly how the medic wanted. And like, I don't really see many toxic players on other classes. Like, I'll see them on scouts, sometimes pyros or demos. I've seen it on engineer recently. And then medics the most. The other classes, I don't really see rage. At least not towards their team. I think toxicity is a very big problem in gaming. Of course, it comes with the space, but you know, people that aren't able to manage their anger at a video game and take it out on their team, especially, I just think is probably just one of the biggest problems with, you know, multiplayer games. People that can't handle the fact that you can't always win. You can't always have a perfect team. And if you're able to accept that, you'll usually actually do better because you're not, you know, raging. You're not raging. You're most often gonna do better. I'm quite happy with how well I did that round. It wasn't my best, but it was fine. It was definitely enough to be able to push through and win. I want to know if the people watching this far actually enjoy live commentary. Are you listening, you know, in the background because it's just, you know, background noise, something to hear while you're working, or, you know, are you wanting to learn something about the game, maybe? Watch others' gameplay and learn from it, or what it is you like about this content. Do you want to do you want me to keep making live commentary videos like this, or voiceovers, I mean? Originally was a live commentary, but it's voiceover now since old audio is stuff, as I explained. Well, trying to hold them in their spawn for a bit, but I get Ubered away. I barely make it. Yeah, rocket jumping is a super useful tool. You just have to know when to use it, and when you see someone Ubering like that towards you, you usually want to be able to do it. You just have to, you know, keep good watch of your health and know when to retreat. Really not sure what that spy was doing there, but yeah, their spies are going off. Going off into La La Land because I don't know what the hell they're doing. Look at that. They're just everywhere. Of course, it takes 3 shots to destroy a sticky. Panic Attack is great fun, but it does have moments like that for sure. Fortunately for that soldier, I was able to see where he was going and caught him up there. Really got way more kills here than I should have. I definitely should have died a little sooner than that, but hey, I'll take the nice kill streak. I get on pretty long kill streaks in this round because I play it much safer than usual. And that's really the best way to get high kill streaks is, you know, play with your team. Don't go out. Don't push too far forward. Let your teammates, you know, be just a little bit in front of you while you do damage behind them. Up here, I'm just spamming it into the cart. I'm getting lots of damage, getting a couple kills. Funny little pyro appearance there. Not sure what he was up to, but rare back scratcher appearance. Also, they're being super aggressive from that side, as you'll see. That spy, unfortunately, was not able to get away. Ooh, unfortunately for him, that is. There's a nice little 5-kill streak. They're all bunching up for me as well to fire into, so that's what I do. There's another moment where just rocket jumping out, since I don't have any team there and heavy medic combos. You want to stay away from those, especially when you're on your own. Spyro, unfortunately for him, didn't. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. I forgot about that crit, but I think that Pyro better, thing for him to have done was focus on the medic instead of me. He was focusing on the person that was getting healed with more health instead of the medic, which is a considerably more important aspect of our team. You really want to protect your medics. I honestly should have focused on that Pyro instead of the sniper. Fortunately, though, the Pyro wasn't looking to kill the medic yet. He was too focused on me. A lot of Pyros, unfortunately, have that tunnel vision problem, where once they start attacking a person, they'll only focus on them. That's why you hear a lot about WM1 Pyros, because they just see one thing, like one person, one target, and they only focus on them. But yeah, that engineer that just killed me, I saw he had the teleporter particles, and from spectator here, I can see his teleporter and mini sentry. So I'll go ahead and show you what I do to take it out. Instead of going from the front for the mini sentry, it's much better to, go around where it doesn't have that vision. So to get up there, I'll fail 2 rocket jumps, on purpose, of course, totally on purpose. I just play it safe. Don't want the team, their team to really get into our spawn. That would definitely, be a problem later if they're able to get spies behind us. So for this point in particular, a lot of NGs set up by their spawn right away. But if you're able to get a level 3 in that building like that and have your team actually stay there with you and defend, it's very, very powerful. Just like my crits, those are ridiculous. Holy crap. A good way to deal with direct hit soldiers is just moving very quickly side to side. Again, they're trying to predict where you'll be, not where your feet will be close to, which is how normal rocket launchers work. Instead, those direct hit soldiers, they have to hit you, so they'll just keep missing. I don't know what that spy was up to. Wasn't even disguised. Very interesting. You don't see spies going undisguised to invis next to sentries very often, but you know, I'm not quite sure why they do it, but it's definitely a different way to play the game than most people. You'll see here that the direct hit soldiers eventually able to get up to me, but go ahead and heal up down here before I go back out. I think this point is one of the most fun to hold in payload maps in general. I think the lower battle and the on top of the hill battle, the whole dynamic of that is just so much fun. You know, you get a lot of choices for movement here, and yeah, Upward is just a great map. I think its biggest problem though is its sniper sightlines are insane. Snipers are extremely powerful on Upward for a lot of the map, and you can just get super powerful positions where you can just see pretty much the entire enemy team while being safe behind your own. Especially on First Point. First Point is so powerful for snipers. I enjoy playing sniper a lot. I unfortunately just wasn't doing well for this time. I'm not sure if you just see that right there, but there's that line that's going around the map. I have no idea what that is. I've seen it before, and I think I knew what it was at some point. Like, I had figured it out. But I can't remember if it was some kind of bug or something caused by a natural player or not. But yeah, as you can see there, I got a pretty nice kill streak. I played it relatively safely, and ended up doing quite well. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Please leave a comment, tell me what you think. How was this video? I know it's a lot simpler, and you know, I don't do a lot of like actual commentary like this. Actually, this is the first time I've done commentary, so it's not as great as it could be since I'm not experienced with it. But hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.